Okay, so next topic is ether channel. So first of all, what is ether channel and why do we need to create an ether channel? Ether channel is a combination of multiple physical links into a single logical link. So combining multiple physical links into a single logical link. That is done for ether channel. That is called port channeling, combining multiple physical links into a single logical link. Port channel. Now, what are the benefits of creating an ether channel? By ether channel, what you get is you get increased bandwidth and you get redundancy. So let's take an example. Let's say you have two switches connected via redundant links. Switch 1 and switch 2. So let's say they are connected by 4 links. Okay, so redundancy is there. So for redundancy, we have connected the switches by 4 links. But what will happen, as we just discussed in STP? STP will block the ports and only one link will be up at a time. But what if we want all the links to be up at the same time? And we also don't want loops to be generated, which is not possible generally, right? So we can configure either channel. Either channel gives us the advantage of the multiple links so that we can use the bandwidth of all the links at the same time. So here what will happen, we will combine them logically into one. So the STP will see them as just one link. So they will be combined logically into one. That will become one port channel or ether channel. So to do that, for configuring an ether channel, there are two ways to configure ether channel. Either you can configure a static ether channel or a dynamic ether channel. For static, what we do is we go to the interface. So interface, let's say a range. Suppose these interfaces are fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 4. We can take interface range fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 4. First of all, they should be trunk because it's switch to switch connection. So make them trunk, either static or dynamic, whatever. Let's take static, switch port mode trunk. Then the command is channel group, then the number. You have to give a group number. Let's say 1 mode on. So on mode is for static ether channel. Same configuration you have to do on the second switch. Once you do this, you create an ether channel. These links, with these physical links, will be combined into a logical link on ether channel. To verify, we can use the command show ether channel summary. Show ether channel summary is the command to verify the ether channel. It will show you what ether channel is created, what are the interfaces that are combined in that ether channel, what are the ports, and what is the mode of ether channel, static or dynamic. And you can just physically see it that all the links will be up, all will be green at the same time. So let's see how to configure a static ether channel. Okay, so let's take a new file. I have to take 2 switches. And combine them. 2, and 4 by 4 links. They are faster than 0 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So first let's see what will happen. Because of STP, you will see that the links will go down and only one will be up. Only one link will come up. You will see. Okay, STP is converging. Now you can see one link is up. The topmost, the first link is up. Rest all are standby. All the ports of this first switch are up because this is the root bridge. So all are in forwarding state. All are designated ports. In the others, they are designated ports, root port, and block ports. The first one is the root port, which is up, and rest are designated or block ports. So here they are blocked. So you can see the port security through the spanning tree if you want to see. I'll show spanning tree. This is how it shows you in the spanning tree. The root ID is this. This is the priority address. The default priority of the switches is 32768. It shows you 9 every time. 9 is because of the system ID extension. That is a number which is added every time. So we have a VLAN 1. So according to the VLAN number, that number is added to the priority. We have default VLAN 1. So the priority it shows is 32769. Okay, then what is the address, cost, port, timers, bridge ID, and the port state. So this has forwarding state, root, alternate block, block, block. If you see on this one, show spanning tree. You can see this bridge is the root. This is the root bridge. Yeah, its priority is this, address is this, and interfaces are all in designated state, designated ports. Fine. Now we want to combine these links into a logical single link. So to do that, we will configure a static Etherchannel first. As these interfaces are in a range, we can take the command interface range fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 4. Now make them trunk, switch port mode trunk as it is switch to switch connection. So their trunk. Then the Etherchannel command. The command is channel group number mode on. That's it. Done. Save. You can use the command show Etherchannel summary to see it. You can see port channel 1 is created. The ports are fast connected 0 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. In bracket it shows P, which means input channel. Okay. So this switch is configured. Now we have to do the same thing on the other switch. Interface range fast Ethernet 0 by 1 4 switch port mode trunk switch port trunk is done. Now channel group 1 mode on. Now you will see they will be in a port channel or an Etherchannel. So all links will be up at the same time and STP will not block any ports because logically it's one. So STP sees them as a single link. And in single links, there are no loop formations. So show Etherchannel summary will show you port channel 1 and ports are there. Okay, all the links will come up. Let's see. Yeah, they all are up. This is how we configure static Etherchannel. these are the commands for static ether channel. This is how static ether channel works. Now let's see how dynamic works. So in dynamic ether channel, it works with negotiations. So the negotiation protocols are used in dynamic ether channel. There are two protocols called LACP and PAgP, which are the dynamic negotiation protocols. Let's see what are the differences between them. So LACP is open standard protocol, whereas PAgP is Cisco proprietary protocol. So LACP can work with different vendor switches, but PAgP works only between Cisco devices, only Cisco switches. Okay. In LACP, there are two modes called active and passive. Active is the one that sends and receive both. So it sends and receive negotiation in the active mode, whereas in passive only receives. Same way in PAgP, it has also two modes, desirable and auto. Desirable mode is the one which sends and receive negotiation. You can compare it with the trunking protocol, like the dynamic trunking, desirable, auto. It's the same way here. Auto only receives negotiation. Yeah. So one end should be either active, other should be active as well. So one can be active or active passive, but both cannot be passive if you're using LACP. If you're using PAgP, then one end should be desirable, other can be desirable or auto, but both cannot be auto. Otherwise, they will not form the channel. Yeah. So in dynamic, you can use any of the negotiation protocol, whether LACP or PAgP. Let's see how dynamic the channel works. So this was static, and take the topology for dynamic. Let's say 3. And because of STP, only one link will be active, but we want all to be active at the same time so that we can get higher bandwidth. Because if we are having, let's say, one link is giving you 100 Mbps, you want to combine 4, so 4 will give you 400 Mbps. Right? But due to STP, only one link is up at a time, but we want to use the bandwidth of all the links as well as we want to redundancy. So that's why we are doing the channel. Okay, so interface range, fast Ethernet, nearby 1, 2, 3. We have 3 links here. Switch port mode, STP is converged. It goes down because of the channel. Okay, we have configured trunk. Okay, now let's go back to the interfaces. Now, how ether channel dynamic is configured. So dynamic ether channel is configured like this. First, you have to use the channel protocol. So we have two protocols, LACP and PAgP. So let's use LACP first. Channel protocol LACP. Then the same command that we use for static channel group. Then the number. There the modes will be. We are using LACP. That you have to be careful with. If you're using LACP, the modes are active and passive. So we are using active here. Go to the other switch and configure interface. Ethernet 0 by let's take the range. Ethernet 0 by 1, 2, 3. Switch port mode trunk channel protocol LACP should be same. Channel group 1 mode passive. So I'm using active on one end and passive on the other. Show Etherchannel summary will show you that it is in port channel 1 protocol LACP, and these are the ports which are in port channel. They are standalone. It's showing standalone right now because it's still taking time to convert. Okay, now they're up, and you can see I show Etherchannel summary. They are all up in port channel LAC. Let's do the same for PAgP. In one Ether channel, how many links can be combined? There's a limit for that. There can be only 8 active links per Ether channel. You can add more, but they will go into standby state. Only 8 active links are supported in one Ether channel. And per switch, you can configure 64 to 128 Ether channels depending on the switch type and the switch series. Now we will configure PAgP here. Interface range past 0 by 1, 2, 4. Switch port mode trunk. Channel protocol PAgP. Channel group 1 mode desirable. In PAgP, the modes are desirable and auto. So you can configure this one as desirable, another as interface fast 0 by 1 to 4. Switch port range. Switch port mode trunk. Channel protocol PAgP. Channel group 1 mode auto. And when we configure either channel, there are a few things that you have to keep in mind, that there are a few parameters that have to match. For example, the VLAN configuration. VLAN configuration should be the same. The switch port types should be the same that you want to combine. The duplex mode must be the same. The native VLAN. Native VLAN is the VLAN like the default VLAN we have. There is native VLAN. It cannot be the different VLANs. Native VLAN must also be the same. If you're using VTP, they should be in the same VTP domain. These are a few things that should match. Okay, now the channel is up. You can show the channel summary and PAgP. All ports are up in port channel.